Thank God. Oh, I'm so done with this. Man, this is really bad. Really bad, dude. It's so buggy. It's so buggy, dude. Oh my God. No, you did not do a good job, bro. Ugh, man. 547 attempts. This is the type of level where more than half of those are from zero. Like, it does not take me that long to learn this. It's, oh my God, man, this doesn't work. It just does not work, man. Dislike. Oh man, I mean, I think I'll start with the deco, where I don't oppose layout levels being graded, right? Like, this very clearly brands itself as a layout. The problem is that it somehow, despite being a layout, it comes across as a wildly inconsistent project, right? The second half is just so much better than the first half. The first half looks like, you know, literally just like default blocks, and like the second half has actual effort put into it, and I'm just like, I can't help but think to myself, why did they not just, like, you know, do the same thing in the first half of the level? I'm sure it wouldn't have taken that long. It just, like, reeks of laziness, and the level just feels half finished because of that. Speaking of laziness, let's talk about the gameplay. And I think that there's very few gameplay styles that I would say are consistently, like, just, like, based on, like, just, like, a large sample size where, like, a majority of that style is bad, right? I think we found one. I think layout core is just so bad. And what I mean by layout core, it's, like, not just all flow, right? I'm specifically talking levels that are just intended to be, like, stand out as, like, a layout. Oh, like, look at this cool layout, just go watch this. Like, no, like, if you're doing that, like, stop, like, right now, because your level's trash. The gameplay in all of those levels, like, all of the examples I can think of that, it's like, what, this level, bad gameplay. Karma, absolutely awful gameplay. Turbo Overdrive has horrible gameplay. That's layout core right there. Spin Right Round also has horrible gameplay. And maybe layout core isn't that bad once you get to easier levels, but, like, with more difficult levels, I think layout core is probably the worst gameplay style you could possibly build. I haven't played stuff like Overtime, but I would assume that fits the trend pretty well. It's just, oh man, Nemoprod and Marowak have left stains in this game. So I don't think they're their influence has rubbed me in the wrong way, man. I don't like this style of gameplay at all, and it doesn't work too. Like, that's the thing. Like, Zari said, well, he left a comment on this level saying to DM him with, like, bugs so he can fix them, right? And he's, like, kind of doing that. And by that I mean, he's fixing some bugs, and there's certain bugs that haven't been fixed because he just doesn't know how to fix them without making other parts bugs. And I'm like, okay, I respect you for trying, okay? The problem is that you haven't done a good enough job despite trying. Because I died 10 times at 80%. I don't feel like a single one of those was actually my fault. Because, like, half of those were because he told me, like, when I told him about 80% in DMs, it was like, oh, you're supposed to buffer the black orb, and if you don't buffer the black orb, then you're gonna die to the spider a little bit later in the fight. I'm like, okay, first of all, that's bullshit, and, like, why are you even leaving that in the level? Second of all, that's not even how that works, because you can still click too early and die there. And you can't even buffer the part to begin with. You can't buffer the first orb of that duel to begin with. Like, if you're holding from the ship part, you just straight up die. Like, at the first, like, jump of it. So, like, that straight up doesn't even work. So it's just like, come on, man. Get together. There's so many other minor bugs throughout the level. I don't feel like running through them all, but it's mainly the first two drop parts that are buggy. Those two parts are really, really buggy. But yeah, I honestly don't think I would recommend this at all. It really wasn't enjoyable. I'd assume that at least a good portion of stuff is going to get fixed by the time this video comes out, considering my really long backlog. So I don't think this monologue is going to hold up perfectly, where I think stuff is gonna get fixed here and there, but I don't think this would have been fun even if it did work properly. I don't think I would have enjoyed this. So yeah, GG.